Kumarswami Shikshan Prasarak Mandal Ausa heartily greets all the honorable dignitaries and participants here on the virtual dais for the national webinar. The topic of today's national webinar is mind mapping techniques. As you know very well, the college has been running a long webinar series of national and international webinars. The webinar series was started on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee year of the institution. The theme of the webinar series is Women Empowerment, Women Dignity and Environmental Conservation. The webinar series has the objectives give and take knowledge, to enrich knowledge, and through the intellectual discussions among the intelligentsia, try to find out answers to questions and solutions to problems which can be fruitful and helpful for the individuals, the society and the nation. The attempt of mega series has become successful because of the chief organizer and chairperson of this webinar series, Honorable Principal Dr. M. Ambedkar Sir, and the moral support of the institution. In the beginning of this webinar, I welcome Honorable Principal Dr. M. Ambedkar Sir as the chairperson of this webinar. Today I am very happy to welcome Honorable Dignitary and Keynote Speaker Dr. Meenakshi Rathi Ma'am for this national webinar. She is going to enlighten us on the topic mind mapping techniques. I welcome all the honorable organizing committee members, Vice Principal Dr. S.D. Misal Sir, Junior College Supervisor Ravindra Karanje Sir, MCVC Supervisor Praveen Udge Sir, IQAC Coordinator Dr. Sanjay Kali Sir, Dr. Anita Dhole Ma'am, Sudhir Garad Sir, Ambadas Khillari Sir, Dr. Patwari Sir and Dr. Wadkar Sir. We are here to listen the keynote speech by the honorable speaker, but we also will have the pleasure to listen the introduction of today's keynote speaker. So I request Dr. Anita Dhole Ma'am to introduce today's chief guest and resource person. Please ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening everyone. You are welcome to this grand national and international webinar series. I would like to thank a respected principal for giving me this opportunity to introduce a resource person on this virtual platform. Many special thanks goes to all the respected organizing committee members and big thanks to all the respected participants. So I am here to introduce today's keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Meenakshi Rathi Ma'am from Government Adarsh College, Harda from Madhya Pradesh. Title of speech is Mind Mapping Techniques. Her qualification is MCom, MBA, MTM, SLATE, UGC NET qualified in management and she has completed PhD in management. She got certification from SWAYAM in financial management. She has completed ARPIT courses in research methodology and management. She has 13 years of teaching experience as commerce and management faculty. Presently, she is holding various important portfolios like Administrative Officer, NAC, IQAC Coordinator at college level. She has published various research papers on national and international level and also got Best Paper Presentation Award in National Seminar at Barkatullah University. Presently, she is a member of state level technical team e-content development, Madhya Pradesh Higher Education Department. So after this introduction, I request today's keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Meenakshi ma'am. Please start your presentation. Thank you. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you so much Anita Dole ma'am. Ma'am, मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Am I audible?
Yes ma'am, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much ma'am. Thank you so much Prakash Karad sir for introducing this wonderful webinar, and I must thank Dr. Bedkar sir. He's such a personality, everybody, every resource person comes here and speak about Bedkar sir. That is the part of this formal webinar. But I must say, I have seen his humbleness. I have observed his, the way he is. He's so simple. The proverb of simple living and higher thinking suits on Dr. Bedkar sir. So he's such a person, I always admire him as a principal. He's taking care of such a wonderful series of webinar apart from his regular, college hours. So thank you so much, Dr. Bedkar sir, once again for giving me this opportunity to share whatever little knowledge I have. So let me share my presentation, which is about mind mapping. So before starting with the session, I just wanted to know from all the participants, have you heard about mind mapping, or have you applied mind mapping in your teaching learning? Because everyone is a faculty. So please write down in the chat box if you have been through this term, or maybe if you have applied this mind mapping technique in your teaching learning. So please let me know in the chat box. Everyone, I want this session to be interactive enough. I request you all, please write down in the chat box if you have heard this term mind mapping, and if you have applied this in your teaching learning, maybe. Then I'll start with my session accordingly. Okay. Respected participants, please be interactive, because we expect our students to be, interactive in our classes, no? So that ways, you all have to be interactive enough. We need to have two-way communication. Please, I request you once again, all the participants here. Then we'll start with the things. I think, sir, I'm not getting any replies. Fine. So shall I start with the things, Dr. Bedkar sir?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. You can start.
Thank you so much sir. But I would expect you to please, at least you can write down. If you want, you can unmute yourself and you can tell that also. If you want, you can unmute yourself. और आप mic पे भी बता सकते हैं कि आपने mind mapping के बारे में कुछ सुना है. Have you ever heard about mind mapping, or maybe have you ever applied that mind mapping? So we can discuss accordingly. Let me share my presentation. Sir, is my presentation visible?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, visible. Perfect.
Good evening everyone, and I welcome you all on this webinar series which is organized by Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya, Ausa, Latur, Maharashtra. And once again, I thank the principal, Most Honorable Dr. Bedkar sir, for organizing this knowledgeable and inspiring webinar series. So here comes the topic. My topic is mind mapping techniques. It is definitely related to mind, but it is a technique which I think most of you have applied, but you were not knowing that yes, it is a mind mapping technique. So I am Dr. Meenakshi Rathi presenting this topic before you, so that I would request you all, you will apply after attending this session. You will try to apply these mind mapping techniques in your classes to make your classes more effective, more interactive. So I just wanted to start my session with this quote that it is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent that survive. It is the one that is most adaptable matching our current situations as a teachers. We need to adapt to the change. So according to this particular quote, this says that it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the person who is most adaptable to change will definitely survive. So here comes, it is our chance to to adapt that change. We need to adapt the new technologies, new digital skills. We need to learn. We need to understand how to learn, how to unlearn, and how to relearn. So the concept of learning, unlearning, and relearning has to be adopted by all of us. So the session is all about the concept of mind mapping, how you can use this mind mapping. आप किस तरह mind mapping का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं for the better engagement of your students, for the effective delivery of your content. Then how you can use online mind mapping creation tools, because in the digital scenario everything is online, almost everything is on your clicks. So you need to create those mind maps with the help of online tools. So we'll be learning those tools. And next I will if time permits, and if Dr. Bedkar sir will give me the permission, we'll be having some hands-on session related to some of the tools. Xmind is there, different tools are there. We can use those tools, and I'll show you how we can create the mind maps. So very fast we can move on to our sessions. We all have seen this pedagogical transformation. एक तरह का change आया है, total pedagogical shift है. From top down lecturing to the most from top down lecturing approach has been changed, and now the things are more interactive. Now the things are more collaborative. So the things have been changed, and earlier the students were passive. The things were earlier the students were passive. Earlier we used to follow Guru Shishya Parampara till we have studied. Even we have used this. Even we have followed this Guru Shishya Parampara. The teachers used to teach us, and they used to tell us the things. They used to give us homeworks, and we as an passive students, we were not very active, I must say. We were the passive students who used to listen to our teachers and follow the things. But now the teachers are not like that. The teachers, she's a teacher, she is the instructor is co-creating the learning process along with the students. Here these are the students, then they are co-creating the learning process along with the teachers. So there is a total shift which is there, and the concept of sage on the stage is being transformed to the guide by the side. Now today teacher is not a sage on the stage. He has been transformed into a guide or a mentor or a facilitator by the side of the students. So this is a pedagogical shift which we have seen. The reason in India is COVID-19, and results we all know. We are facing, till last year we were facing the empty classes, and we have followed different tools of teaching the students, blended approach, then flipped classroom, and whatnot. We have started using all those tools. So I must say, earlier the traditional learning was that what we used to do is with the concept of traditional learning, what we used to do is with the concept of traditional learning, respected all, what we used to do is we used to come to class, as our teacher used to come to class, and teacher used to say, okay students, open your page number this, a question is there, just read out that question and follow my instructions. I'll teach you how to solve it. But now what is e-learning, or what is flipped classroom? What is the flipped classroom is the teacher used to send the activity in advance. एक दिन पहले ही evening में the teacher has uploaded some activity, and it has asked the students that I have uploaded the things at 7 p.m. and the deadlines for the submission is around 11:59 p.m. That means the students are expected to learn online. The students are expected to give the content or maybe submit their assignments online, and the teachers used to just facilitate the students in terms of learning. So this is about online teaching learning, and we all know due to COVID we are facing the situation that there is no personal and emotional understanding between a teacher and a student, and F2F, that is face-to-face connection, has been lost in the past 2 years. connection. We are trying to build that connection with the students. But the problems faced by the teachers these days are creation of impact. That means we are not able to create the impact as we used to create in our offline classes. Our offline classes may be used to teach the students with more effectiveness. I think everybody will agree with this particular concept of creating the impact, because if you are there in the offline classes, you can deal with the students on a one-to-one basis. You can have emotional contact with the students. You can listen to their problems. You can teach them according to their learner-centric education. But now these days students can hide themselves behind the cameras, and we are not able to create the impact. Second is creation of interest. We are not able to create interesting lectures for the students, because in the offline we used to create, but in the online classes we need to make that extra effort to create the interest. So second problem is the creation of impact. Next is lack of recall due to less attention span. I think all the respected participants who are present here will agree with this particular concept, that there is lack of attention span. The attention span has been reduced to a great extent. Earlier we used to recall many things, almost 5-6 years back जो भी हमारे teachers पढ़ाते थे हमें, we used to remember each and everything. But these days, because the students are distracted with many devices, they've got mobiles with them, tablets, computers, laptops, whatnot. And apart from that, they are using in their mobiles, they are using Facebook, Instagram, and all those distracting things. So they have got less attention span. And last is they have got poor photographic memory. I think you all are aware of photographic memory. I'm sharing one of my when I was a student, what I used to do is when during my exam, अगर कुछ मुझे problem होता था, if I am not able to remember anything, what I used to do is during my exam I used to close my eyes for around 2-3 seconds, and I used to remember the page on which I wrote, I prepared my notes. So that ways my brain used to tell me on left side I prepared this thing, I had a star mark, and that point was written, and these many points were there. So that ways it was the photographic memory. But these days we used to have very good photographic memory, and I must say our our fathers and forefathers, they used to have better photographic memory than ours. But these days students have got very poor photographic memory. They are not good at remembering things. So these are the problems which are associated with teaching learning these days. And the solution is mind map. One of the solutions, I must say. There are many solutions, but one of the solution is our today's topic, which is mind map. Respected all, mind map is a graphical way to represent ideas and concepts which are there in your mind. If you wanted to teach a specific topic, what you do is you express that topic with the help of some ideas, concepts in terms of maybe pictures, maybe graphs, maybe some keynotes, maybe some gifs. You can add all these things and you can prepare a mind map. So mind map is a visual thinking tool that helps in structuring the information and helps the students to analyze it better, helps the students to comprehend the topic well, helps the students to synthesize it well, helps them to recall it for a longer period of a time, and they can generate new things with the help of these mind maps. So I must say it's a very powerful graphical technique with the help of which you can express your topic. You can explain a very complex topic even to all the students in a very simple manner. So this is all about a mind mapping technique. I must say, what are the characteristics of mind map? Mind maps are radiant in nature. Radiant means, if I talk about, they are radiant in nature as the sun. If suppose this is a sun, so sun radiates its energy, heat and light, no? So that ways mind maps also radiates there. They are also radiant in nature. They radiates the information. Second is the central theme is there along with topics and subtopics. So this is again, I must say, to all the teachers, because mostly teachers are here. I must say you should use mind maps to explain your topics, so that you can explain the very complex topics in a very simple manner to your students. So it contains the central theme is there, along with some topics and subtopics. Next is, it is colorful and pictorial, because we all love to use colors. We all are attracted towards colors and pictures. So mind maps. I think mine has been unmuted. Yes, thank you so much. So they are colorful and pictorial. Then it shows a lot of information. Lot means, I must say, I'll tell you, when I'll give you some examples of mind map now, then at that point of time we'll be able to understand how we can explain a concept which is there in 50 pages. In your books, you can explain that concept of 50 pages in around 1 or 2 pages with the help of mind maps. So it shows a lot of information. Next is, informative branches comprises of keywords and images. You will be having informative branches with the help of along with the keywords and images. So I said you'll be having a central theme which is there. They are radiant in nature. अभी मैंने आपको past slide में बताया, they are radiant in nature. Then they have got, mind maps have got so topics and subtopics. They are colorful and pictorial, because mind maps, you can see this is a mind map. It is a blue, this is a blue branch, this is a black branch, then green, then red. So all these colors, we all, as a human being, we all are very much attracted towards colors and pictures. So mind maps consist of those colors and pictures. Then it is full of information. Then keywords, images and graphs. Then I have told you the characteristics of mind map this way also, and I have told you the characteristics of mind map this way also. So I think again you will agree. If you want, you can write down in the chat box if you agree. Yes, I think this one is a better explanation of the characteristics, and this one requires higher attention and focus to learn the things and to remember. We'll be easily able to remember this particular thing because we can see the central theme. It is in white color, full of information, red color. They are colorful, pictorial, radiant in nature. So that ways, with the help of a simple mind map, you can explain whatever you want in a very simplified manner, and that too we'll be able to understand. We'll be able to remember the things for a longer period of time with the help of mind maps. So I must say, who has coined this term? The concept of mind mapping was being introduced by Sir Tony Buzan. Tony Buzan was a British psychologist. He was an educator. He has introduced this term of mind map, and once he was giving a seminar. In a seminar, he was giving a workshop, and he was delivering somewhere, and he asked the audience about this particular term, mango. So what comes to your mind when I tell this term as mango? So everybody said a picture of mango rather than the spelling or maybe the other concepts related to mango. Almost in everybody's mind, the color of almost yellow, orange kind of mango appears in their mind when it comes to talking about that mango. So that ways, according to him, the picture speaks more than thousands of words. So he has introduced the concept of mind map, and you can use you can use mind map and you can save tree as well. We'll study how. So mind map is used for brainstorming. Next, it is used for summarizing information. It is helpful in taking notes. You can take, students can take better notes with the help of mind maps. Then helps in consolidating the information. If you want to consolidate a huge amount of information in a single page, you can use mind map and consolidate that information from different resources. Even in research also, if you wanted to do some research, you can have some mind maps related to the things or the variables which are related, and you can solve the things of your related to your research. Helps in thinking helps in solving the complex problems. Then presenting the information clearly, then studying and memorizing the information, then why we should use it. As I said, the picture is worth more than thousands of words, and we can save a tree also. So how we can save tree, I'll tell you. Mind maps index the data systematically into your mind. जैसे ही आप mind map prepare करेंगे, जैसे अगर if I'll ask you what are the characteristics of mind map, तो आपके दिमाग में अभी भी शायद, अगर किसी ने वो वाला स्लाइड बहुत अच्छे से effectively देखा होगा, तो the picture of that mind map will definitely come into your mind, within which the central theme was there in the white color, and pictures or graphs was there in green color, and all those things full of information was there in the red color. So that ways, with the help of mind map, every information is indexed systematically into your mind, and that too for a longer period of time. Next is it helps in unlocking the potential of your brain. That means if you wanted to unlock the potential, because you are not even utilizing 0.2% of your brain. All human beings, almost every human being, I must say this particular thing, that if you wanted to use full potential of your brain, maybe 10-15% that ways, so kindly use mind maps, and then if you'll use mind maps, you will be able to remember the concepts well, you will be able to deliver them well, you will be able to remember them well for a longer period of time, you will be able to synthesize them well, you will be able to create something new out of those things. So that ways, with the help of mind maps, we can do all these things, and brain functions faster as it utilizes both left and right brain. I think again I just wanted to focus on this particular concept of left and right brain. When I was there in my in my school days or in my college days, we used to have students who are left brain activated, and there are certain set of people who are right brain activated. Left brain activated people are the people who are good at remembering things, who are good at logics, who are good at analyzing the things. And right brain people, they are very good at they are very creative, they are good at singing, or maybe they are good at dancing, they are good at playing football and all those things. So what I refer that particular thing, why I referred those things, that if you will use mind maps, so it will be easy even for a right brain activated student to understand them well, because mind map consists of colors, pictures, so it appeals both the students, left brain and right brain activated students. So that ways brain function faster if you utilize both left and right brain. Then next is simplify the complex topics. It is helpful to simplify the complex topics, then better understanding and learning with fun. We all know that when we were in at our primary classes, or maybe in our kindergartens, we used to have very colorful pictures and books with all graphs, colors and all those things. So that was fun for us, because our brain catches those things very fast. So that way, similarly, if you will incorporate all those things even for the higher classes, students will learn it with fun. So this was all about the utility, or maybe the how mind map is all about. So this is again, I tried to prepare a mind map on how mind map is and how we can organize idea, we can have brainstorming with the help of mind map. It is a thinking tool. Then simplify the complex topics. It helps in planning, it helps in taking notes. Both left and right brain can be better utilized with the help of mind maps. Then visually organize you can visually organize all the information with the help of mind maps. Then if I wanted to prepare a blank mind, if there is a blank mind map, and if you wanted to prepare a mind map, so I'll tell you what are the steps involved in preparation of a mind map. So let's go to the first step. As I told you, respected all, first is you have to draw the central idea. be spread out. Then after having the branches, you need to expand them into ideas. Maybe you can have ideas like settings, maybe you can have ideas like planning, maybe time management, goal setting, then HR management, then ideas, then maybe management in terms of managerial decision making, or maybe feedback or review mechanism, suppose. So this is how you can expand those ideas in the mind map. The next could be, you can use some keywords or symbols, as we have written, as we have used, these are the keywords or the symbols, no? So you can have keywords on the branches even. I'll tell you I'll show you some mind maps where you can add symbols or keywords over here on the branches even. Okay, so we can have such things. Next is further associationship. Suppose you wanted to show some relationship between I must say planning and goal setting. So this way you can show some further association. You can view this dotted line. This is indicating the further associationship of planning and this goal setting. There could be other further associations of ideas and managerial decision making. So you can depict those ideas with the help of dotted lines. So fifth step should be further associations or relationship. Then you can have some sub branches or maybe the child nodes. So I must say, this is the central theme, this was the business, these are the sibling nodes. Okay, the branches are known as sibling nodes. And sibling, this pink and red are the sibling nodes, red and green, they are the sibling nodes. So these are the sibling nodes. And apart from that, if you add subtopics to them, as shown here, these are the child node. Okay, these are the child node. So that ways, first we have prepared the central theme, then we have prepared branches or the sibling nodes, then we have prepared the then we have expanded the ideas, we have added keywords, then we have to add the sub branches or subtopics to them. Okay, this is how you can create the mind maps. What are the features of effective mind map software? Basically, I just wanted to tell you all that earlier. I think आप सभी सोच रहे होंगे इस तरह की चीजें, all these kind of things you might have prepared when you have prepared your notes when you were there in your school or maybe during your college days. But these days many softwares are available. With the help of those softwares you can prepare wonderful mind maps within fractions of seconds. So that ways, what are the features of mind maps? First is, it should be easy to use. Mind maps should be handy, because again somebody has, okay, thank you. Next is, the first step is in the mind mapping software is वो easy होना चाहिए यूज करने के लिए. हम टेक्नोलॉजी से बहुत fear करते हैं, बहुत डरते हैं. तो पहली चीज ऐसा कि टेक्नोलॉजी तो यूज करना है, digital tools or softwares has to be used, but they should be handy enough to use. They should be easy. Next is templates available. जब हमारे पास templates available होती हैं तो it is actually very easy for us to customize them as per our requirement. So templates availability होनी चाहिए एक mind mapping software में. The support export file format, that means once you have created the mind map, it should be easily exported to your e-content, or it should be easily exported to your students, it should be easily exported to your maybe learning LMS, or maybe जहाँ भी आप चाह रहे हैं वहाँ पे आप उसको export कर पाएं. So export facility होनी चाहिए. Similarly, import करने की facility भी होनी चाहिए. Import in terms of what? You must have certain facility wherein you can import some pictures or maybe some graphs, maybe some GIFs, animations into your mind map. So ये import और export की facility होनी चाहिए. And apart from that, last is file sharing or publishing option has to be there. Suppose I have prepared a mind map and one of my friends is there in Delhi University, and I wanted to share that mind map. So what I should do is, I should just share the link which we used to share, no, when we used to conduct some meetings, or maybe when we used to share some documents. Similarly, for mind map also we should have this option of file sharing. So these are the features of mind map software. So these are different softwares which are available for creating the mind map. The mind map, which are shown in yellow colors. Yellow color, all these facility which I have talked about, the easy to use export import facility, ये सारे features in yellow वाले जो boxes हैं जिसमें ये softwares के नाम दिए हुए हैं, इनमें ये सारी facilities available हैं. That means you can have Xmind, you can have eDraw, you can have MindMaster, you can have Canva, Coggle, you can use MindMap, you can use FreeMind. They are very easy to use. They are almost free. You don't have to pay anything to get these mind maps or to prepare these mind maps. Export import facility is also there. File sharing options are also available. Apart from that, the options which the boxes of this red color boxes, they are also very good softwares, I must say. That is why I have mentioned them here. But they are to some extent they are paid. You need to pay some amount, and then those facilities would be there. So you can take the screenshot of this, and we can use these mind mapping software for the creation. ऑनलाइन माइंड मैपिंग क्रिएशन मैंने आपको बताया, आप ये सारे टूल्स का यूज कर सकते हो. माइंड मैप, गॉगल, एक्समाइंड, माइंड मास्टर, फ्री माइंड, ये सारे सॉफ्टवेयर्स ऐसे हैं जिनको हम यूज करके वी कैन क्रिएट सम इफेक्टिव माइंड मैप्स फॉर आवर ई कंटेंट. ओके, देन these are the examples of mind map. इस तरह के कुछ एग्जांपल. सपोज अगर आप डिमांड स्टूडेंट्स को एक्सप्लेन करना चाह रहे हो तो आप सेंट्रल थीम डिमांड रखेंगे, देन उसका मीनिंग एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस, देन टाइप्स ऑफ डिमांड, लॉ ऑफ डिमांड, इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड, फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग डिमांड. अब एनीबडी इज हियर इन दिस ग्रुप टीचिंग दिस इकोनॉमिक्स सब्जेक्ट or maybe commerce, please unmute. Anybody from commerce or economics background, you can unmute. Anyone?
Yes, madam.
Okay, very good to listen. Sir, are you there from economics or commerce background?
I am from commerce and management.
Commerce and management. So you must be aware of this particular concept of demand and supply.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So can you tell me on how many pages you will find on how many pages, number of pages, if you wanted to study demand, meaning, importance, types, law of demand, elasticity, factors affecting, almost 40-50 pages, almost.
Not that much. It's around 10 to 15 pages.
15 pages. Okay. So if I talk about in an average book, because I have learned some other books, in those books 30 to 40 pages, if you will explain all the factors affecting elasticity of demand, law of demand and everything, it will around, as sir said, 20 pages. So if 20 pages ka content could be covered in one single page, what you do is you prepare these mind maps.
Yes.
You explain the concept well to the students. What is demand? You explain them the meaning. You explain them the importance. Even importance के लिए आप एक अलग mind map create कर लो. Types of demand के लिए आप एक अलग mind map create कर सकते हैं. For law of demand also you can create a separate mind map. So that ways it will be easy for the students to understand. It will be interesting for them also. It will be, they can recall it for a longer period of time. They can remember the concept well. So that ways, if you can explain them elasticity here, and you can tell them perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, and you can in these subtopics you can teach them. You can give them few examples of salt, sugar, maybe the perfectly elastic, and all those things. So that ways you can explain the concept of demand in a single page, and it will be easy for students to remember. I'm not saying that this is a substitute of your class. No, you should teach them well, you should explain them well, but it is easy for them to remember. If they wanted to remember what all topics are there in demand, you can just share this mind map to your students and they'll be happily, attending your classes. Next.
I think, Dr. Meenakshi, this is good for the, postgraduate students or at least graduate, but for students of 10th standard or 12th standard, I think it's slightly difficult to get details.
Yes, sir. That's what I said. No, what we have to do is we have to explain them the concept. You can prepare separate
one of the pedagogy, one of the teaching methodology.
Yes, we can use this as a pedagogy. Yes. Sir, your good name?
I am Dr. Badiuddin Ahmad from Central University of Hyderabad.
Okay. Fine. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Okay. Next, we can if suppose somebody is there from science or maybe medicine, and if they wanted to tell them how the health is affected by exercise, yoga, diet, lifestyle, stress, meditation, and you can show even the relationship of meditation and exercise. So I'm just telling, these are the few examples I'm telling how you can. Again, this is one of the concept for economic students. PESTL. P stands for political, E stands for economic, S for social, T for technological, then legal, then environment. That's how you can create the things and you can show it to your students, and you can create a different kind of effect for your classes. Then types of research also you can show with the help of mind maps. With the help of this, you can add some pictures, add some graphs, add some keywords to your mind maps, and you can explain the concept well. This is how you can even create the mind maps. Anybody there from Hindi background, Hindi literature, or maybe Hindi? You can unmute and please. Anybody from Hindi? Because if you wanted to teach these viram chinna, so again viram chinna are of different types. विराम चिन्ह का पूर्ण विराम, अल्प विराम, विस्मय चिन्ह, योजक चिन्ह. आप इस तरह का एक माइंड मैप क्रिएट करें और आप एक ही माइंड मैप में स्टूडेंट्स को कुछ पिक्चर्स के थ्रू भी समझाएं कि उदाहरण चिन्ह क्या है. यूजुअली स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं पता होता कि इसको उदाहरण कहते हैं. सो दैट वेज आप बता सकते हैं कि किसी ने कुछ कहा, उसका कोटेशन जब हम यूज करते हैं, तो इस तरह से जब आप पिक्चर्स से बताएंगे कि किसी ने निर्देश दिया, तो बच्चों को ये याद रहेगा कि मैडम ने प्रश्नवाचक चिन्ह में कोई ऐसा इमोजी यूज किया था, फॉर विस्मय चिन्ह के लिए ऐसा इमोजी यूज था, इस वजह से उसको विस्मय चिन्ह ऐसा होता है. सो दैट वेज you can explain again, I must say, a large topic in a simplified and a concrete manner with the help of mind maps. Similarly, as I said, समास आप बता सकते हैं. Grammarly, I prepared this mind map. Grammarly, you can use grammar, writing. It is used for grammar, it is used for writing style, it is used for punctuations. Again, punctuations are of different types. Then apostrophe, the question mark, colon, comma, full stop, exclamation. You can explain them grammar, how grammar is divided into this. So that ways, again, I'm saying, एक ही mind map में you can show n number of things to the students, and it will be easy for them to remember the things as well. And Bedkar sir, can you just tell me how much time is left with me? Bedkar sir, please, because in that case I'll take one hands-on also related to some software. Anybody from Maharashtra College? How much time is left with me, sir?
Ma'am, 15 minutes, ma'am.
15 minutes, okay. So I must just show you this how we can use Xmind. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'll just show you how you can use the Xmind software. So I'm writing in the chat box. You can download this Xmind software. This is very easy. Plus, it is very, the size is very small. You can easily, even you can download it right now and you can use it for your, अभी मेरे साथ ही आप hands on भी कर सकते हैं. Okay, Xmind software. Apart from that, Coggle is one of those softwares. पर हम अभी Xmind पे काम कर रहे हैं. मेरा screen जो visible है, आप बताइएगा. What you do is आप Xmind करें, और जब आप Xmind पे जाएंगे, xmind.net करके आप करेंगे तो माइंड मैपिंग सॉफ्टवेयर हो जाएगा. उसमें आप डाउनलोड्स पे जाएंगे. ओके, सिंस आई हैव ऑलरेडी डाउनलोडेड, तो आप डाउनलोड्स पे जाएंगे और आप नीचे जो आपके पास, अगर मैकबुक यूज कर रहे हैं तो आप मैक का करें, विंडोज का यूज कर रहे हैं तो विंडोज पे डाउनलोड करें, एंड इफ यू आर यूजिंग लाइनक्स तो डाउनलोड अकॉर्डिंग टू द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ योर सिस्टम. ओके, since I have already downloaded, so I'll just go on that particular thing, and I'll show you how we can use this of Xmind. Sir, are you able to see this? Screen मेरा दिख रहा है?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Fine. So this is how it looks like, and if I wanted to open a new, okay. So if I open new, yes, this is how your interface of this mind map Xmind जो software है, this looks like. You need to create a central topic. Anybody, if you wanted to add, if you want me to create some topic related to your subject, I can. Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll create it on my own. एक central topic रहेगा. Suppose Bedkar sir, you are there from mathematics background?
No, physics.
They take any commerce topic on that is from this background.
Physics background. Okay. Any general topic which anybody can understand. I'm just writing some topic. Okay. Suppose
sir,
I'll write down
somebody
mathematics. Okay.
Corporate responsibility.
Corporate. Okay.
Social responsibility.
Fine. CSR. CSR. Corporate social responsibility. The sub themes can be business houses. They used to follow this corporate social responsibility. Apart from that, donations, anything else, because this is not a topic which is related. So please tell me what could be the subtopics.
Tax.
Or tax,
Ethics also, ethics.
ethics. Fine. So suppose I have prepared this mind map. Okay. I'll just tell you. These are the three. Are you able to see these three lines?
Yes.
These are the three lines. Okay. So just click on these three lines. You can have new. If you want, you can opt for new. This mind map interface. Then you see this export. You can save this. You can export. Export ka option has to be there. You can export this mind map which is created in the form of PNG, in the form of SVG, PDF, Word, Excel, whatever you want. Okay. You can even print it. Then these are the further new from templates. You can get the templates. As I said, you should your mind mapping software should have the templates. You can get it from the library. Then open recent. जो अभी recently open किया उसमें से भी you can take. So these are different. Insert tool is there. Then tools are there. So these are the things which you can explore it on your own level. I'll just tell you how we can have this. If you want this mind map to look like this or maybe like this, you can change the style of your mind map as per your requirement. If you want, you can change it like this. I think you can see this. These are the so-called templates available. You can use any of these templates and you can have. Apart from that, suppose ethics mein I wanted to add some subtopics. So I can add subtopics like this. Okay. And again, just click on the topic and click on the subtopics which is written. Okay. I think you're able to see. First is topic, then second is subtopic, third is relationship, then summary, then boundary, then all those things. So in red, in business houses, suppose if I wanted to add some subtopics, I'll just click on the subtopic and I can add subtopics like this. Similarly for taxation, if I wanted to add some subtopics, I can add subtopics like this. For donations, if I wanted to add some subtopics, I have added. Okay. And if I don't like the color of this CSR, so what I can do is I can go here and n number of options are available. I can color it here and in the for the internal even. For the filling, I can change the color to this. So that ways you can see we can change the colors. If I don't want this red color, again I can change the color to blue. So this is how I can change. I can change the color of border even. I don't want this border, I want border like this. So that ways I can change the border. Then if I don't want it to have this circle oval shape, I want something to be like this. So I can change colors, even shapes. So this is how we can change the shape. Okay. And finally, suppose this. So this is how we can change the shapes. Apart from that, you can add pictures also. We can add emojis. I'll just insert. And if some stickers or illustrations are there, I can add illustrations. I can have something here. Suppose fine. In CSR, suppose if I wanted to add this, I can add this. Suppose in ethics I wanted to add something like this, I can add this. Okay, it is asking to subscribe. Fine. But apart from that, so many images are there. You can insert all these images and you can create different kind of mind maps. I'll just show you what all mind maps I have created in the recent ones. Yes, you can export. Suppose I wanted to export this thing in the form of PNG. So I'll just have to click this, then export option. It is exporting. You can see it is exporting. This will be exported since the network is quite, low. It is being exported. It is asking where to export. I'll just redirect them to the desktop and it will be saved there. So in the desktop, if I'll see this, you can see this CSR is there on my desktop. I can copy this, I can paste this, on my in my e-content as well. So that ways there are so number of options available. Apart from that, I just wanted to show one more software within 2 minutes, sir. I'll not take much time.
No, you can take, madam, your own time. Don't worry. You can complete as per your planning. Okay.
Fine. This is one of those software, Coggle, Coggle. Okay. You just need to browse Coggle, and you need to create your account there, or you can create your account using Google even. Since I have created my account, so it is showing. You can see this. My account is there, which is I've created way back, and it is showing like this. So what you can do is just go to create diagrams, click on create here, create diagram. You will get an interface like this, okay? And click here to edit the title. Again, suppose I'll click here for types of research. Fine. So these I wanted to create a mind map on types of research. Okay, you can see this plus symbol. Just click on this plus symbol. You will be easily able to create the branches. I think you will be able to understand how to create the branches. Plus symbol is there. Okay, you can see. Just click on the plus symbol. You will be easily able to create many branches. And these mind maps look so beautiful now in Coggle. These are very, it looks very beautiful, and you can easily export these mind maps as per your requirement. Okay? So I was showing you how you can create the branches. So if you want to delete the branches, what you do is click on this plus sign and doing it. Control Z, say you can undo. Suppose I want only 4 branches right now. So types of research, if suppose I want causal, exploratory, then applied research, suppose descriptive, I'm just trying. And if you wanted to add further branches, you can add branches like this. You can add subtopics. Again, we can add subtopics here, and we can have subtopics here. Here also you can see, if suppose I'll click here, you can change the formatting also. You can add link to the website, you can upload image. Suppose in causal research, suppose I wanted to upload an image, okay, I'll just click here. This image option from my computer is asking, so I'll go to desktop and I'll go to pictures, and suppose if I'll add, I'm just adding a random image. So this is how this image will be added to this type of research. I have just added one random image here. So that's how I'm just telling you how. Just click here. This image option is there. This search for icons is there. Then link option is there. You can add anything you like. Okay. If you want, you can add link also, as we have added in the previous, So that ways we can add link also. So this is how you can create mind maps, and I'll tell you how I have created few mind maps. Again, if anybody is there from commerce background, they'll be easily able to understand this cost classification. The cost can be classified on the basis of nature, on the basis of elements, on the basis of normality, on the basis of decision making, time period, function, controllability, behavior, and then if cost classification is there in books, it is around in 20-30 pages, this much classification. But if you will teach them here, if you'll add some images to this particular mind map, it will be easy for your students to remember. It will be easy for you to consolidate the information, and you can explain them very well. You can make an extra effort regarding this, and students will love your extra efforts in this case. So let me again come back to my presentation. We were doing this hands-on practice. I told you about XMind and Coggle. We did XMind, we did Coggle. So XMind and Coggle we have completed. You can even have Mind Master also. So kindly explore few mind maps on your own. And this is the education future scope. We'll be having the concepts like blended learning, we'll be having collaborative teaching learning, we'll be having usage of multimedias, graphics, GIFs, animations, podcasts, audios, videos. The growth of OERs would be there. Open educational resources would be growing like anything. 3 A's of learning. Anybody can learn anytime and anywhere they can learn. Then concepts of MOOCs and Meta University would be there definitely. Learner-centric education would be more focused. Apart from that, I just wanted to conclude my this particular session with this particular note that start now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with shaking hands. opportunity for sharing this particular little knowledge which I have about this mind mapping. So thank you so much, sir. I am open for the question and answer session.
Thank you, ma'am, for your keynote speech on the topic mind mapping techniques. The topic was elaborated well, so that we very well. Now after this, I request participants, if you have any question, doubt, or suggestion or opinion, please come with it. Please, participants.
Madam, is there any difference between brain mapping and mind mapping?
Sir, brain mapping is a term which is actually being used in sciences, or maybe I must say the medicine. Medicine people use this brain mapping. So almost similar, but this is a general term of mind mapping which is used for all subjects. We can incorporate mind mapping in almost all subjects. So that may be a difference, I must say, because we used to have concept mapping also. That is very much similar to mind mapping. So concept mapping is with one concept you are explaining, its topics and subtopics. So that is almost a synonym of that particular thing. I think I am able to answer.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Dr. Shukla here. Am I audible?
Perfectly audible, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'm from medical field, and it is a really wonderful presentation. I used to do all this means maybe on board or maybe our smart board we would use to draw, and sometimes in PowerPoint is all the software. It is going to help me because one concept, one principle concept is there, and then we explore all aspects of that one point. So it is really wonderful. Only the drawback what I found, when I'm using this kind of a diagrammatic presentation, students also they are also drawing the same thing in their answer papers. Usually, usually people doesn't accept it easily. If it is a university examination. So many of the times I have to tell them this is your iconic memory, and that's not just a presentation for your sake of study. That is the only disadvantage I found, but this is a really wonderful presentation what you have today, and definitely Xmind I have downloaded, and other things also I'll try to do get done. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shukla sir, for praising this a lot. I must say, sir, we as in teachers, we have to bring this change, and the evaluators has to accept even these mind maps. When students are drawing,
because in answer paper also it helps because writing pages after pages, and rather than the essence we are not getting, but over here with the one glance we can find out the student knows everything. So I think really speaking, yes, it should be accepted, but many of the times it doesn't happen. But in the reality,
sir, that is like I understand the things, but we as a teachers, we are the change makers, and we have to bring this change. We are seeing the total flip down in our education system, and
ये जो आपने बताई है, will it be suitable to NEP? The whole methodological changes, the whole thing is good. Your technique can be useful for application.
Yes, definitely, sir. Sir, in new education policy, national education policy, we have the concept of learner-centric education, and we have one more concept of identifying different types of learner. You need to identify who is a slow learner, who is a fast learner, and you need to teach them accordingly. Now the responsibility is on the shoulders of teachers. So we as in teachers, we have to adopt different ways and means of teaching it to our students. And as per NAC also, we need to incorporate different techniques to teach different types of
conditional, unless teacher gets mind mapping technique thoroughly, I think application part becomes slightly difficult. So as methodologically you can use it, but you need to get trained for it before you get it implemented. What I presume. So what I feel that right from schooling level, like at least from high school level, should start implementing, made it compulsory. In BEd, I think this technique was not there because my brother is also a teacher. I saw he never used this technique, teaching the small kids like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I didn't observe him any time that he used that. So what I think that this should be made mandatory for all the teachers, make things easy because of vast population. You can't go always writing that all notes, everything. This is good technique. One thing that teacher needs to be first educated.
Yes, sir. I agree on this particular point that training has to be provided, and that's what Dr. Bedkar sir is contributing in this regard only. We are training teachers in this regard. At least if suppose one or two teachers from this particular group will start initiating all these techniques in their classes, we can create those changes. And initially everything is new. This computer was new to us. Online mode, Zoom or maybe Google was new to us, but slowly and gradually we tend to adopt these things, and I'm very sure we will start adopting this also.
We would humbly request Bedkar sir to have at least 5-day FDP after some time once he completes his what we call the series, because
Sure.
really wonderful technique to teach, but only thing that we need to get acclimatized to implement it. That's what my submission.
Yes, sir, definitely. I would also request Bedkar sir regarding that. And I would like to attend that FDP because sir has got wonderful experts with him. So we would like to learn, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ahmed, sir.
Is there anybody else with any more question, please?
One thing I would like to say, Prakash sir, initially I was not getting any responses, so I thought the people might not be interested, but the participants are wonderful. I must appreciate and applaud for you all. You all are wonderful. I'm getting earlier I didn't check this this chat box, but now I think I got answers for many questions, and I got many other things here. So that ways wonderful participants, and thank you for being such patientful during my presentation. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for your illustrative keynote speech. And as you have told, we all are blessed with very active participants, and because of whom the webinar series is becoming very successful. And the objectives of webinar series of exchanging knowledge, enriching knowledge, and answers and solutions which will be helpful for the individual, society, and the nation. We are actually getting the results. So your speech was also very wonderful. There was a very fruitful question answer session. Now after this, I would like to request Chief Organizer and Chairperson of this webinar series, Honorable Principal Dr. M. Bedkar sir, for his concluding speech. Please, sir.
Thank you, Professor Karad sir, and today's resource person, Dr. Meenakshi Rathi madam, all the organizing committee members, including Vice Principal SD Misal sir, IQC Coordinator Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Dhole madam, Dr. Anil Wadkar, Dr. Patwari, and all the participants, those who are joined here and joining here daily, including Dr. Badruddin Ahmed sir, Dean of the Commerce and Management, also Shukla sir, Vidyasagar sir, John sir, and all the participants, those who are joined here as per daily. It's the second speech of Rathi madam, because there was, after a gap, I was in search of the resource persons to continue this series, and you came ahead with a new topic. new and useful one, because when we here all the our have teachers community only here joining, no businessman or anything, and all are interested to do something new experiments in the learning. From the beginning of your speech you just shown the picture of that stage sir, and then collaborative learning second picture was there. It's very best change from the age to age. Nowadays so much technology is in our hand, and to explain or to impart the knowledge of any subject we can use this interactive way, which is having so much options. As you have practically said that two examples of the softwares where there is so much collection, only sky is the limit. Means how we can interactively communicate a topic with the students. Means one picture is condensed of the hundreds of the pages. Means if one picture you can explain so much things. And I remember my teacher days when I was teacher before few years. Just I used to draw a diagram on a board and explain every aspect of that diagram and that topic in that through that. Now the time is changed. Every teacher should use this type of software, this type of interactive ways without any expenditure of pen, pencil, color, paper, all these things, and it can be easily transported, exported to students login or to student everything. Means to understand a topic or to understand a drama or to understand math, physics, sociology, any topic, history also you can use. Means teacher can use this with interactive way. We are running this webinar series which is going to end within few days. Just after some break we will start again, but I am very fortunate that every resource person contributed very best, and I am daily learner. Means I am daily learner really, because every resource person given something new every day, and most of the topics was I was unknown from title to all these things, and they have explained by that. So I am also enriched in the knowledge, and it's a family of our academicians, those who are coming ahead to help us for our participants, and you are one of that. You also explained second time very best topic, useful topic. And when I frequently when see I PPT or anything of a resource person, they speak very nicely, but they doesn't understand the meaning of presentation, how contrast should be used, what much font should be there, how much size of font should be there. They use so much huge text, condensed text in that. So and very less pictures, picture contrast and font colored, all these things are very irritated. Means knowledge is very full of, but they are not able to present. So we can include this type of interactive ways in our presentation, so that the information should be imparted towards the participants very effectively. Thank you, madam. I myself give all the instruction to my teachers also to use this software for our students, and students will also do something in that as our collaborative teaching project works in their teaching learning process also. Thank you, madam, for you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bedkar sir, again from the bottom of my heart. You are truly a magical person, seriously, doing so many efforts for organizing such wonderful webinar series. So thank you so much. Thank you so much all the wonderful participants. Thank you everyone.
Now I am here for the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank today's honorable keynote speaker, Meenakshi Rathi ma'am, who has accepted the invitation of our college and given her precious time to enlighten us on the topic mind mapping techniques, and it was so simplified that all of us have understood, and as a result of it there was very good question answer session because of the good explanation in the keynote speech. So on behalf of the organizing committee of webinar series, I sincerely thank you ma'am for your keynote speech. I also thank chief organizer and chairperson of this webinar series for his concluding speech, for his appreciation of the keynote speech, and for his views on the topic. So thank you, sir. I thank all the participants for their active participation from joining the webinar up to the question answer session, and you are those who are making this webinar series very successful. So thank you, participants. I thank Dr. Anita Dole ma'am for introducing today's chief guest and resource person. Now I request participants fill feedback link which is given in the chat box. We have your certificate, and at the end, with the permission of chief organizer and chairperson Honorable Principal Dr. M. Ambedkar sir, I announce here that today's webinar is over. Thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. You can leave. We will close this after 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, sir. With your permission, I'm leaving. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.